On the BetUS caller line. Thanks for your call. Who you got?
Hi, guys. I have a question, actually. In terms of my Hurricanes, actually, specifically, who should I be looking at in terms of replacement AD for Blake James and a head coach? Because realistically, I don't think Urban would want to come down to Miami, and I don't think we can convince Luke Fickell to come down here either. And realistic coaching choices and the athletic director, because I honestly rather have an experienced assistant athletic director who knows the college game than hiring someone from an NFL front office and stuff like that who doesn't know how to recruit in college and stuff like that. Doesn't know the college landscape that well.
Let me say this. Urban Meyer wishes he was about 10 feet under right now. He's having a pretty tough time, and it's getting worse.
I don't know. I think he probably would fit in right with the U based on what we're seeing. I think Uncle Luke would be more than happy to welcome Urban in that party to Miami. But no, even Uncle Luke is ready for Manny Diaz to be out based on what he said a couple of days ago. So when your big super fan's already chirping, then that's typically not a good sign. I have no idea, on an AD. I don't know names in that avenue like that. Maybe you guys can chime in there. But, I think it is about time to start beating the drums for the coaching search because that was ugly the other night. And, I know Manny Diaz has had some success as an assistant and whatnot in various places, but there's just something off there.
If I'm Miami, because they are a smaller school.
And they're young, too. I got to say, they are a young football team. I mean, they have talent, but still.
If I'm Miami, I'm going athletic director. And again, I don't know the names as much or the people who are the next ones. But I would look at, who are the schools that are really, really the big, gigantic schools who are really good, who's got an assistant AD that's ready to step up? That's who I would go get. Who's the assistant AD at Bama or Georgia or somewhere like that that's an athletic department that's rolling along? Go get them and bring them down. Because Miami is a sleeping – I mean, they're a sleeping giant, but they're a sleeping pretty darn big boy if you have everything running through the athletic department. They've got good donations. They're in a good spot to get donations because in Miami there's a lot of wealthy people around. And then as far as head coach goes – wait
a minute, but they had Rick, and now who Diaz. I mean, they've been able to get guys that have been kind of ready. I mean,
and Rick is only retired because of his health. Yeah. So they had to get Manny Diaz because Mark Richt can't coach anymore because he's got several different health problems. So,
but they went and got Manny Diaz, right?
They went and got Manny. Well, and he was going to Temple. That was maybe the mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe let him go to Temple first and then bring him to Miami.
See what he does.
But Miami's too big of a job to I think maybe take too many more chances on.
Is it really?
Or it has too much potential.
You're talking about Miami's too big of a job for someone to go down there and rebuild it?
No. It's too. You've got too much potential with that athletic department and with that football team to maybe take a chance on someone like Manny Diaz again.
But are they aligned from the top of that university, as we've discussed, and you've brought this up, is the president, the AD, and the football program, athletic department, are they all aligned in the same path?
The problem with Miami is, and I saw this the other day, a bunch of Miami writers tweeting about this, the president said, okay, we're going to start – looking at the athletic department, we've got a committee on that. Well, I think a lot of people in Miami feel like they don't have a president who's completely invested in the athletic department. And, for Miami football fans, the problem with the lion's share of Miami football fans is they're not alums. They're just from Miami.
No, yeah.
So they're not really giving them money. So then that president's not going to care about them as much as he does about people who are giving them money.
Yeah, and if you're Miami, I mean, the dream is Mario Cristobal, right? But they can't swing his contract at Oregon and buy that out and pay all that money. There didn't seem to be a way for that.
He would just have to really want to be there.
Yeah, he would have to really want to be there. Yeah, exactly. And because Miami financially, I don't think it could do what it would take to be able to pull him away. So unless he has an interest in doing that, I mean, that would be your home run, right? Would be Mario Cristobal coming to Miami. But outside of that, I haven't seen a lot of names. It's kind of the typical Billy Napier and anybody who's kind of ready for a step up. It would be your next wave of candidates. But, I mean, you got to have everything aligned like Paul was saying. And the fact that you mentioned the AD spot before even mentioning the head coach, I think that tells you that that's a problem that Miami's got to fix. So I don't have a lot of AD names for you, but I do like Paul's suggestion of maybe thinking outside the box.
All right, a lot more to get to. 254-339-1122. A couple of Dave Aranda comments on the loss in Stillwater 2 days later. kind of some truth serum from him. There's a lot of people upset with many things because I guess everyone thought they were going to run the table, but that game was winnable, just like a few others might be down the road if they can tweak it and get it a little bit better. It's a week-to-week deal. This is Sikkim 365 Radio and 365 Sports.
Bet with the 3-decade leader. Join now for $120